Hey, so we're back. This is United, a podcast for change. I apparently ended the last episode on the Trump indictment too early because while we were having that episode, the of justice unsealed the indictment against former President Trump. So what we are going to do, I have pulled up the indictment, the actual indictment. So we are going to just read it. Um, Let me share my screen. Is this it? This is it. It's seen. We're going to make you bigger. And I'm going to just read. So this is the United States District Court, Southern District of Florida. Then you have the case number and the Cannon/Reinhardt. Those are the judges that are assigned. Then all of these 18 USC. Let's see. These are all the different laws that are being referenced as being broken. It's the United States of America versus Donald J. Trump and Waltine Nauta as defendants. So here we go. Introduction. 1. Defendant Donald J. Trump was the 45th President of the United States of America. He held office from January 20th, 2017 until January 20th, 2021. As president, Trump had lawful access to the most sensitive classified documents and national defense information gathered and owned by the United States government, including information from the agencies that comprise the United States intelligence community and the United States Department of Defense. Number 2, over the course of his presidency, Trump gathered newspapers, press clippings, letters, notes, cards, photographs, official documents, and other materials in cardboard boxes that he kept in the White House. Among the materials stored in his boxes were hundreds of classified documents. 3. The classified documents Trump stored in his boxes included information regarding defense and weapons capabilities of both the United States and foreign countries, United States nuclear programs, potential vulnerabilities of the United States and its allies to military attack, and plans for possible retaliation in response to a foreign attack. The unauthorized disclosure of these classified documents could put at risk the national security of the United States, foreign relation, the safety of the United States military, and human sources, and the continued viability of sensitive intelligence collection methods. Oops. Number 4. At 12 o'clock p.m. on January 20th, 2021, Trump ceased to be president. As he departed the White House, Trump caused scores of boxes, many of which contained classified documents, to be transported to the Mar-a-Lago Club in Palm Beach, Florida, where he maintained his residence. Trump was not authorized to possess or retain those classified documents. 5. The Mar-a-Lago Club was an active social club which between January 2021 and August 2022 hosted events for tens of thousands of members and guests. After Trump's presidency, the Mar-a-Lago Club was not an authorized location for the storage, possession, review, display, or discussion of classified documents. Nevertheless, Trump stored his boxes containing classified documents in various locations at the Mar-a-Lago Club, including in a ballroom, a bathroom and shower, an office space, his bedroom, and a storage room. 6. On 2 occasions in 2021, Trump showed classified documents to others as follows. A. In July 2021, a Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey, the Bedminster Club, during an audio recorded meeting with a writer, a publisher, and 2 members of his staff, none of whom possessed a security clearance, Trump showed and described a, quote, plan of attack, end quote, that Trump said was prepared for him by the Department of Defense and a senior military official. Trump told the individuals that the plan was, quote, highly confidential, end quote, and, quote, secret, end quote. Trump also said, quote, as president, I could have declassified it, end quote, and, quote, now I can't, but this is still a secret, end quote. B, in August or September 2021 at the Bedminster Club, Trump showed a representative of his political action committee, who did not possess a security clearance, a classified map related to a military operation, and told the representative that he should not be showing it to the representative and that the representative should not get too close. 7. On March 30th, 2022, the Federal Bureau of Investigation opened a criminal investigation into the unlawful retention of classified documents at the Mar-a-Lago Club. A federal grand jury investigation began the next month. So that would be April 2022 or early May 2022. The grand jury issued a subpoena requiring Trump to turn over all documents with classification markings. Trump endeavored to obstruct the FBI and grand jury investigations and conceal his continued retention of classified documents by, among other things, A, suggesting that his attorney falsely represent to the FBI and grand jury that Trump did not have documents called for by the grand jury subpoena. B, directing defendant Waltine Nauta to move boxes of documents to conceal them from Trump's attorneys, the FBI, and the grand jury. C, suggesting that his attorney hide or destroy documents called for by the grand jury subpoena. D, providing to the FBI and grand jury just some of the documents called for by the grand jury subpoena while claiming that he was cooperating fully. And E, causing a certification to be submitted to the FBI and grand jury falsely representing that all documents called for by the grand jury subpoena had been produced, while knowing that, in fact, not all such documents had been produced. 8. As a result of Trump's retention of classified documents after his presidency and refusal to return them, hundreds of classified documents were not recovered by the United States government until 2022 as follows. A, on January 17th, nearly 1 year after Trump left office, and after months of demands by the National Archives and Record Administration for Trump to provide all missing presidential records, Trump provided only 15 boxes, which contained 197 documents with classification markings. B, on June 3rd, in response to a grand jury subpoena demanding the production of all documents with classification markings, Trump's attorneys provided to the FBI 38 more documents with classification markings. C, on August 8th, pursuant to a court-authorized search warrant, the FBI recovered from Trump's office and a storage room at the Mar-a-Lago Club 102 more documents with classification markings. Trump's co-conspirator. 9. Defendant Nauta was a member of the United States Navy stationed as a valet in the White House during Trump's presidency. Beginning in August 2021, Nauta became an executive assistant in the office of Donald J. Trump and served as Trump's personal aide or, quote, body man, end quote. Nauta reported to Trump, worked closely with Trump, and traveled with Trump. The Mar-a-Lago Club. 10. The Mar-a-Lago Club was located on South Ocean Boulevard in Palm Beach, Florida, and included Trump's residence, more than 25 guest rooms, 2 ballrooms, a spa, a gift store, exercise facilities, office space, and an outdoor pool and patio. As of January 2021, the Mar-a-Lago Club had hundreds of members and was staffed by more than 150 full-time, part-time, and temporary employees. 11. Between January 2021 and August 2022, the Mar-a-Lago Club hosted more than 150 social events, including weddings, movie premieres, and fundraisers that together drew tens of thousands of guests. 12. The United States Secret Service provided protection services to Trump and his family after he left office, including at the Mar-a-Lago Club, but it was not responsible for the protection of Trump's boxes or their contents. Trump did not inform the Secret Service that he was storing boxes containing classified documents at the Mar-a-Lago Club. Classified information, and this is still part of the summary or the introduction. 13. National security information was information owned by, produced for, and under the control of the United States government. Pursuant to Executive Order 12958, signed on April 17, 1995, as amended by Executive Order 13292 on March 25, 2003, and Executive Order 13526 on December 29, 2009, national security information was classified as top secret, secret, or confidential as follows. A. Information was classified as top secret if the unauthorized disclosure of that information reasonably could be expected to cause exceptionally grave damage to the national security that the original classification authority was able to identify or describe. B. Information was classified as secret if the unauthorized disclosure of that information reasonably could be expected to cause serious damage to the national security that the original classification authority was able to identify or describe. C. Information was classified as confidential if the unauthorized disclosure of that information reasonably could be expected to cause damage to the national security that the original classification authority was able to identify or describe. 14. The classification marking NOFORN, NOFORN, stood for not releasable to foreign nationals and denoted that dissemination of that information was limited to United States persons. 15. That last one, we'll keep going. 15. Classified information related to intelligence sources, methods, and analytical processes were designated as sensitive compartmented information, SCI. SCI was to be processed, stored, used, or discussed in an accredited sensitive compartmented information facility, SCIF, and only individuals with the appropriate security clearance and additional SCI permissions were authorized to have access to such national security information. 16. When the vulnerability of or threat to specific classified information was exceptional, and the normal criteria for determining eligibility for access to classified information were insufficient to protect the information from unauthorized disclosure, the United States could establish special access programs, or SAPs, not my anagram, to further protect the classified information. The number of these programs was to be kept to an absolute minimum and limited to programs in which the number of persons who ordinarily would have access would be reasonably small and commensurate with the objectives of providing enhanced protection for the information involved. Only individuals with the appropriate security clearance and additional SAP permissions were authorized to have access to such national security information, which was subject to enhanced handling and storage requirements. 17. Pursuant to Executive Order 13526, information classified at any level could be lawfully accessed only by persons determined by an appropriate United States government official to be eligible for access to classified information and who had signed an approved non-disclosure agreement, who received a security clearance, and who had a need to know the classified information. After his presidency, Trump was not authorized to possess or retain classified documents. 18. Executive Order 13526 provided that a former president could obtain a waiver of the need to know requirement if the agency head or senior agency official of the agency that originated the classified information, 1, determined in writing that access was consistent with the interest of national security, and 2, took appropriate steps to protect classified information from unauthorized disclosure or compromise, and ensured that the information was safeguarded in a manner consistent with the order. Trump did not obtain any such waiver after his presidency. The executive branch departments and agencies whose classified documents Trump retained after his presidency. 19. As part of his official duties as president, Trump received intelligence briefings from high-level United States government officials, including briefings from the director of the Central Intelligence Agency, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, senior White House officials, and a designated briefer. He regularly received a collection of classified intelligence from the United States Intelligence Community, USIC, known as the President's Daily Brief. 20. The USIC's mission was to collect, analyze, and deliver foreign intelligence and counterintelligence information to America's leaders, including the president, policymakers, law enforcement, and the military, so they could make sound decisions to protect the United States. The USIC consisted of United States executive branch departments and agencies responsible for the conduct of foreign relations and the protection of national security. 21. After his presidency, Trump retained classified documents originated by or implicating the equities of multiple USIC members and other executive branch departments and agencies, including the following. A. The Central Intelligence Agency, or CIA. CIA was responsible for providing intelligence on foreign countries and global issues to the president and other policymakers to help them make national security decisions. B. The Department of Defense, or DOD. DOD was responsible for providing the military forces needed to deter war and ensure national security. Some of the executive branch agencies comprising the USIC were within DOD. C. The National Security Agency, or NSA. The National Security Agency was a combat support agency within DOD and a member of the USIC responsible for foreign signals, intelligence, and cybersecurity. This included collecting, processing, and disseminating to United States policymakers and military leaders foreign intelligence derived from communications and information systems, protecting national security systems, and enabling computer network operations. D. The National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. The National Geospatial Intelligence Agency was a combat support agency within DOD responsible for the exploitation and analysis of imagery intelligence, and geospatial information in support of the national security objectives of the United States and the geospatial intelligence requirements of DOD, the Department of State, and other federal agencies. Geospatial just means like maps and images. It's E, the National Reconnaissance Office. The National Reconnaissance Office was an agency within DOD responsible for developing, acquiring, launching, and operating space-based surveillance and reconnaissance systems that collected and delivered intelligence to enhance national security. F, the Department of Energy. The Department of Energy was responsible for maintaining a safe, secure, and effective nuclear deterrent to protect national security, including ensuring the effectiveness of the United States nuclear weapons stockpile without nuclear explosive testing. G, the Department of State and Bureau of Intelligence and Research. The Department of State was responsible for protecting and promoting United States security, prosperity, and democratic values. Within the Department of State, the Bureau of Intelligence and Research was a member of the USIC and responsible for providing intelligence to inform diplomacy and support United States diplomats. Trump's public statements on classified information. 22. As a candidate for president of the United States, Trump made the following public statements, among others, about classified information. A. On August 18, 2016, Trump stated, quote, "In my administration, I'm going to enforce all laws concerning the protection of classified information. No one will be above the law," end quote. B. On September 6, 2016, Trump stated, quote, "We also need to fight this battle by collecting intelligence and then protecting our classified secrets. We can't have someone in the Oval Office who doesn't understand the meaning of the word confidential or classified, end quote. C. On September 7th, 2016, Trump stated, quote, one of the first things we must do is to enforce all classification rules and to enforce all laws relating to the handling of classified information, end quote. D. On September 19th, 2016, Trump stated, quote, we also need the best protection of classified information, end quote. E. On November 3rd, 2016, Trump stated, quote, service members here in North Carolina have risked their lives to acquire classified intelligence to protect our country, end quote. 23, paragraph 23. As President of the United States on July 26th, Trump issued the following statement about classified information. As the head of the executive branch and commander-in-chief, I have a unique constitutional responsibility to protect the nation's classified information, including by controlling access to it. More broadly, the issue of a former executive branch official's security clearance raises larger questions about the practice of former officials maintaining access to our nation's most sensitive secrets long after their time in government has ended. Such access is particularly inappropriate when former officials have transitioned into highly partisan positions and seek to use real or perceived access to sensitive information to validate their political attacks. Any access granted to our nation's secrets should be in furtherance of national, not personal, interests. Trump's retention of classified documents after his presidency. 24. And again, this is the unsealed indictment of former President Donald Trump that the Department of Justice has unsealed. The special prosecutor is scheduled to make a statement around 3:00 p.m. And what we are doing here at United, a podcast for change, is we are simply reading through the indictment as it is, word for word, no spin, no bias, none of that. We're just reading it. So we are on page 10 of 49, paragraph 24. In January 2021, as he was preparing to leave the White House, Trump and his White House staff, including NADA, packed items, including some of Trump's boxes. Trump was personally involved in this process. Trump caused his boxes containing hundreds of classified documents to be transported from the White House to the Mar-a-Lago Club. 25. From January through March 15th, 2021, some of Trump's boxes were stored in the Mar-a-Lago Club's white and gold ballroom in which events and gatherings took place. Trump's boxes were, for a time, stacked on the ballroom stage as depicted in the photograph below, redacted to obscure an individual's identity. So it looks like there's maybe a person up here that's been redacted out, or maybe down here. But apparently this is the stage, and those are boxes. 26. In March 2021, NADA and others moved some of Trump's boxes from the white and gold ballroom to the business center at the Mar-a-Lago Club. 27. On April 5th, 2021, an employee of the office of Donald J. Trump, hereinafter Trump Employee 1, texted another employee of that office, hereinafter Trump Employee 2, to ask whether Trump's boxes could be moved out of the business center to make room for staff to use it as an office. Trump Employee 2 replied, quote, whoa, okay, so POTUS specifically asked Walt for those boxes to be in the business center because they are his, quote, papers, end quote. Later that day, Trump Employee 1 and Trump Employee 2 exchanged the following text messages. Trump Employee 2, we can definitely make it work if we move his papers into the lake room. Trump Employee 1, there's still a little room in the shower where his other stuff is. Is it only his papers he cares about? There's some other stuff in there that are not papers. Could that go to storage, or does he want everything in there on property? Trump Employee 2, yes, anything that's not the Beautiful Mind paper boxes can definitely go to storage. Want to take a look at the space and start moving tomorrow a.m.? 28. After the text exchanges between Trump employee 1 and Trump employee 2 in April 2021, some of Trump's boxes were moved from the business center to a bathroom and shower in the Mar-a-Lago Club's lake room, as depicted in the photograph below. And here's the picture. I mean, and these pictures suck because they're copies. 29. In May 2021, Trump directed that a storage room on the ground floor of the Mar-a-Lago Club, hereinafter the storage room, be cleaned out so that it could be used to store his boxes. The hallway leading to the storage room could be reached from multiple outside entrances, including one accessible from the Mar-a-Lago Club pool patio through a doorway that was often kept open. The storage room was near the liquor supply closet, linen room, lock shop, and various other rooms. 30. On June 24th, 2021, Trump's boxes that were in the lake room were moved to the storage room. After the move, there were more than 80 boxes in the storage room, as depicted in the photographs below. So here are pictures of the storage room. I mean, you can't make out. I mean, I certainly can't make out any markings on the boxes. You can just see that these are like the banker's boxes. 31. On December 7th, 2021, NADA found several of Trump's boxes fallen and their contents spilled onto the floor of the storage room, including a document marked, quote, secret / REL to USA, FVEY, end quote, which denoted that the information in the document was releasable only to the Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance, consisting of Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and the United States. NADA texted Trump employee 2, quote, I opened the door and found this, end quote. NADA also attached 2 photographs he took of the spill. Trump employee 2 replied, quote, oh no, end quote, and, quote, I'm sorry, POTUS had my phone, end quote. One of the photographs NADA texted to Trump employee 2 is depicted below with the visible classified information redacted. Trump's unlawful retention of this document is charged in count 8 of this indictment. And here's the picture. And these picture copies, I mean, they are what they are. Trump's disclosures of classified information in private meetings. 32. In May 2021, Trump caused some of his boxes to be brought to his summer residence at the Bedminster Club. Like the Mar-a-Lago Club, after Trump's presidency, the Bedminster Club was not an authorized location for the storage, possession, review, display, or discussion of classified documents. 33. On July 21st, 2021, when he was no longer president, Trump gave an interview in his office at the Bedminster Club to a writer and a publisher in connection with a then forthcoming book. 2 members of Trump's staff also attended the interview, which was recorded with Trump's knowledge and consent. Before the interview, the media had published reports that at the end of Trump's term as president, a senior military officer, there we go, we'll do it that way. Hereinafter, the, quote, senior military official purportedly feared that Trump might order an attack on country A. No, I don't want that. And that the senior military official advised Trump against doing so. 34. Upon greeting the writer, publisher, and 2 of his staff members, Trump stated, quote, look what I found. This was the senior military official's plan of attack. Read it and just show. It's interesting, end quote. Later in the interview, Trump engaged in the following exchange. Trump engaged in the following, I said that right, in the following exchange. Trump, well, with the senior military official, let me see that. I'll show you an example. He said that I wanted to attack country A. Isn't it amazing? I have a big pile of papers. This thing just came up. Look, this was him. They presented me this. This is off the record, but they presented me this. This was him. This was the Defense Department and him. Writer, wow. Trump, we looked at some. This was him. This wasn't done by me. This was him. All sorts of stuff. Pages long. Look. Staffer, Trump, wait a minute. Let's see here. Staffer, laughter. Yeah. Trump, I just found. Isn't that amazing? This totally wins my case, you know? Staffer, Trump, except it is like highly confidential. Staffer, yeah. Trump, secret. This is secret information. Look at this. You attack and then further, by the way, isn't that incredible? Staffer, yeah. Trump, I was just thinking because we were talking about it, and he said he wanted to attack country A, and what, Staffer, you did. Trump, this was done by the military and given to me. I think we can probably, right? Staffer, I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, we have to try to, Trump says, declassify it. Staffer, figure out yeah. Trump, see, as president, I could have declassified it. Staffer, yeah. Laughter. Trump, now I can't, but this is still a secret. Staffer, yeah. Laughter. Now we have a problem. Trump, isn't that interesting? At the time of this exchange, the writer, the publisher, and Trump's two staff members did not have security clearances or any need to know any classified information about a plan of attack on country A. 35. In August or September 2021, when he was no longer president, Trump met in his office at the Bedminster Club with a representative of his Political Action Committee, hereinafter the PAC representative. During the meeting, Trump commented that an ongoing military operation in country B was not going well. Trump showed the PAC representative a classified map of country B and told the PAC representative that he should not be showing the map to the PAC representative and to not get too close. The PAC representative did not have a security clearance or any need to know classified information about the military operation. 36. On February 16, 2017, 4 years before Trump's disclosures of classified information set forth above, Trump said at a press conference, "The first thing I thought of when I heard about it is, how does the press get this information that's classified? How do they do it? You know why? Because it's an illegal process and the press should be ashamed of themselves. But more importantly, the people that gave out the information to the press should be ashamed of themselves, really ashamed." Trump's production of 15 cardboard boxes to the National Archives and Records Administration. Beginning in May 2021, and this is paragraph 37, the National Archives and Records Administration, or NARA, which was responsible for archiving presidential records, repeatedly demanded that Trump turn over presidential records that he had kept after his presidency. On multiple occasions, beginning in June, NARA warned Trump through his representatives that if he did not comply, it would refer the matter of the missing records to the Department of Justice. 38. Between November 2021 and January 2022, NARA and Trump employee 2, at Trump's direction, brought boxes from the storage room to Trump's residence for Trump to review. 39. On November 12, 2021, Trump employee 2 provided Trump a photograph of his boxes in the storage room by taping it to one of the boxes that Trump employee 2 had placed in Trump's residence. Trump employee 2 provided Trump the photograph so that Trump could see how many of his boxes were stored in the storage room. The photo shown below depicted a wall of the storage room against which dozens of Trump's boxes were stacked. 40. On November 17th, 2021, NARA texted Trump employee 2 about the photograph Trump employee 2 had provided to Trump, stating, quote, "He mentioned about a picture of the boxes. He wants me to see it." End quote. Trump employee 2 replied, quote, calling you shortly, end quote. 41. On November 25th, 2021, Trump employee 2 texted Nauta about Trump's review of the contents of his boxes, asking, quote, has he mentioned boxes to you? I delivered some, but I think he may need more. Could you ask if he'd like more in Pine Hall? End quote. Pine Hall was an entry room in Trump's residence. Nauta replied in 3 successive text messages. Nothing about boxes yet. He has one he's working on in Pine Hall, knocked out 2 boxes yesterday. 42. On November 29th, 2021, Trump employee 2 texted Nauta asking, quote, next you are on property, no rush. Could you help me bring 4 more boxes up? End quote. Nauta replied, quote, yes, of course, end quote. 43. On December 29th, 2021, Trump employee 2 texted a Trump representative who was in contact with NARA. Hereinafter, Trump representative 1, quote, box answer will be wrenched out of him today, promise, end quote. The next day, Trump representative 1 replied in 2 successive text messages, hey, just checking on boxes, would love to have a number to them today. Trump employee 2 spoke to Trump and then responded a few hours later in 2 successive text messages. 12 is his number. 44. On January 13th, 2022, Nauta texted Trump employee 2 about Trump's tracking of boxes, stating he's, quote, he's tracking the boxes, more to follow today on whether he wants to go through more today or tomorrow, end quote. Trump employee 2 replied, quote, thank you, end quote. 45. January 15th, 2022, Nauta sent Trump employee 2 4 successive text messages. One thing he asked was for new covers for the boxes for Monday morning. Can we get new box covers before giving them these to them on Monday? They have too much writing on them. I marked too much. Trump employee 2 replied, yes, I will get to that. 46. January 17th, 2022, Trump employee 2 and Nauta gathered 15 boxes from Trump's residence, loaded the boxes in Nauta's car, and took them to a commercial truck for delivery to NARA. 47. When interviewed by the FBI in May 2022 regarding the location and movement of boxes before their production to NARA, Nauta made false and misleading statements as set forth in count 38 of this indictment, including A, falsely stating that he was not aware of Trump's boxes being brought to Trump's residence for his review before Trump provided boxes to NARA in January 2022. B, falsely stating that he did not know how the boxes that he and Trump employee 2 brought from Trump's residence to the commercial truck for delivery to NARA on January 17th, 2022 had gotten to the residence. And C, when asked whether he knew where Trump's boxes had been stored before they were in Trump's residence and whether they had been in a secure or locked location, Nauta falsely responded, quote, I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I honestly just don't know, end quote. 48. When the 15 boxes that Trump had provided reached NARA in January 2022, NARA reviewed the contents and determined that 14 of the boxes contained documents with classification markings. Specifically, as the FBI later determined, the boxes contained 197 documents with classification markings, of which 98 were marked secret, 30 were marked top secret, and the remainder were marked confidential. So another like 50-ish. Some of those documents also contained SCI and SAP markings. 49. On February 9th, 2022, NARA referred the discovery of classified documents in Trump's boxes to the Department of Justice for investigation. The FBI and the grand jury investigations. 50. On March 30th, 2022, the FBI opened a criminal investigation. 51. On April 26th, 2022, a federal grand jury opened an investigation. The defendant's concealment of boxes. 52. On May 11th, 2022, the grand jury issued a subpoena, hereinafter the May 11th subpoena, to the office of Donald J. Trump, requiring the production of all documents with classification markings in the possession, custody, or control of Trump or the office of Donald J. Trump. 2 attorneys representing Trump, Trump Attorney 1 and Trump Attorney 2, informed Trump of the May 11th subpoena, and he authorized Trump Attorney 1 to accept service. 53. On May 22nd, 2022, Nauta entered the storage room at 3:47 p.m. and left approximately 34 minutes later carrying one of Trump's boxes. 54. On May 23rd, 2022, Trump met with Trump Attorney 1 and Trump Attorney 2 at the Mar-a-Lago Club to discuss the response to the May 11th subpoena. Trump Attorney 1 and Trump Attorney 2 told Trump that they needed to search for documents that would be responsive to the subpoena and provide a certification that there had been compliance with the subpoena. Trump, in sum and substance, made the following statements, among others, as memorialized by Trump Attorney 1. A, I don't want anybody looking. I don't want anybody looking through my boxes. I really don't. I don't want you looking through my boxes. B, well, what happens if we just don't respond at all or don't play ball with them? C, wouldn't it be better if we just told them we don't have anything here? D, well, look, isn't it better if there are no documents? 55, while meeting with Trump Attorney 1 and Trump Attorney 2 on May 23rd, Trump, in sum and substance, told the following story as memorialized by Trump Attorney 1. Attorney, he was great. He did a great job. You know what? He said that it was him, that he was the one who deleted all of her emails, the 30,000 emails, because they basically dealt with her scheduling and her going to the gym and her having beauty appointments. And he was great. And so she didn't get him in any trouble because he said that he was the one who deleted them. Trump related the story more than once that day. On May 23rd, this is 56, Trump also confirmed his understanding with Trump Attorney 1 that Trump Attorney 1 would return to the Mar-a-Lago Club on June 2nd to search for any documents with classification markings to produce in response to the May 11th subpoena. Trump Attorney 1 made it clear to Trump that Trump Attorney 1 would conduct the search for responsive documents by looking through Trump's boxes that had been transported from the White House and remained in storage at the Mar-a-Lago Club. Trump indicated that he wanted to be at the Mar-a-Lago Club when Trump Attorney 1 returned to review his boxes on June 2nd, and that Trump would change his summer travel plans to do so. Trump told Attorney 2 that Trump Attorney 2 did not need to be present for the review of the boxes. 57, after meeting with Trump Attorney 1 and Trump Attorney 2 on May 23rd, Trump delayed his departure from the Mar-a-Lago Club to the Bedminster Club for the summer so that he could be present at the Mar-a-Lago Club on June 2nd when Trump Attorney 1 returned to review the boxes. 58, between Trump's May 23rd meeting with Trump Attorney 1 and Trump Attorney 2 to discuss the May 11th subpoena and June 2nd, when Trump Attorney 1 returned to Mar-a-Lago Club to review the boxes in the storage room, Nauta removed at Trump's direction a total of 64 boxes from the storage room and brought them to Trump's residence as set forth below. On May 24th, between 5:30 p.m. and 5:38 p.m., Nauta removed 3 boxes from the storage room. On May 30th, 2022, at 9:08 a.m., Trump and Nauta spoke by phone for approximately 30 seconds. Between 10:02 and 11:51 a.m., Nauta removed a total of approximately 50 boxes from the storage room. On May 30th at 12:33 p.m., a Trump family member texted Nauta, "Good afternoon, Walt. Happy Memorial Day. I saw you put boxes to POTUS room, just FYI, and I will tell him as well. Not sure how many he wants to take on Friday on the plane. We will not have a room for them. Plane will be full with luggage. Thank you." Nauta replied, "Good afternoon, ma'am." Smiley face emoji. "Thank you so much. I think he wanted to pick from them. I don't imagine him wanting to take the boxes. He told me to put them in the room and that he was going to talk to you about them." On June 1st, 2022, beginning at 12:52 p.m., Nauta removed approximately 11 boxes from the storage room. Okay. This summary goes on. We're up to paragraph 59 of the introduction. And there's a section on the false certification to the FBI and the grand jury. The court authorized search of the Mar-a-Lago Club, where during the execution of the warrant at the Mar-a-Lago Club, the FBI seized 102 documents with classification markings. This is paragraph 75. In Trump's office, 27 classified documents were found. 75 were found in the storage room. All right. So now we have the actual counts. And I'm trying to speed it up a little bit because the special prosecutor is supposed to speak at like 3 o'clock, which is roughly 15 minutes from now. And I would like to hear that. So I'm going to stop it. So I'm going to check and see if there are any. There are some. Okay, so we'll be able to flip to like a live feed. All right, so we've got counts 1 through 31. Willful retention of national defense information, 18 USC section 793E. And real quick, I actually have that. So here is code 18 US code section 793, and we'll scroll down to E. And this is charges 1 through 30, counts 1 through 31. Whoever having unauthorized possession of, access to, or control over any document, writing, code book, signal book, sketch, photograph, photographic negative, blueprint, plan, map, model, instrument, appliance, or note relating to the national defense, or information relating to the national defense, which information the possessor has reason to believe could be used to the injury of the United States or to the advantage of any foreign nation, willfully communicates, delivers, transmits, or causes to be communicated, delivered, or transmitted, or attempts to communicate, deliver, transmit, or cause to be communicated, delivered, or transmitted, the same to any person not entitled to receive it, or willfully retains the same and fails to deliver it to the officer or employee of the United States entitled to receive it. So basically, you have unauthorized possession of a document or map related to national defense, and in some way you either willfully show it to someone or your actions cause someone else to see it. And that's generally speaking. So on or about the dates set forth in the table below in Palm Beach County in the Southern District of Florida and elsewhere, the defendant, Donald J. Trump, having authorized possession of, access to, and control over documents relating to the national defense, did willfully retain the documents and fail to deliver them to the officer and employee of the United States entitled to receive them. So that's language right out of the statute. That is Trump, without authorization, retained at the Mar-a-Lago Club documents relating to the national defense, including the following. So this goes through, this is the count in the left column, and then in the right, you'll have the date of offense, classification marking, and document description. So count 1, and this is from the period January 20th, 2021 through August 8th, 2022, which was the date that the FBI went in and took all the rest of the documents. So from the date that Trump was no longer president to the date the FBI came in. Count 1, the document is top secret, no foreign, which that, again, that abbreviation stands for that it is not for the view of anyone outside of the United States, that would also need to have clearance. So it's not for any foreign entity. Special handling. Document dated May 3rd, 2018, concerning White House intelligence briefing related to foreign countries. Count 2, top secret, SI, no foreign, special handling. Document dated May 9th, 2018, concerning White House intelligence briefing related to various foreign countries. So it sounds like these two may be the president's daily briefs. Don't quote me. Count 3, top secret, SI, no foreign, FISA. Updated document concerning military capabilities of a foreign country and the United States with handwritten annotation in black marker. 4, top secret special handling, document dated May 6, 2019, concerning White House intelligence briefing related to foreign countries, including military activities and planning of foreign countries. 5, top secret, redacted, or con, no foreign. And I'm just going to point out that where even in the indictment where you see that something is redacted, that's even more like where we can't even see who it's for. And it's a document dated June 2020 concerning nuclear capabilities of a foreign country. Count 6, top secret special handling, document dated June 4th, 2020 concerning White House intelligence briefing related to various foreign countries. 7, secret, no foreign, document dated October 21st, 2018 concerning communications with a leader of a foreign country. Count 8, secret, REL to USA, FVEY, document dated October 4th, 2019 concerning military capabilities of foreign country. 9, top secret, redacted, or con, no foreign, FISA, undated document concerning military attacks by a foreign country. Count 10, top secret, TK, no foreign, document dated November 2017 concerning military capabilities of a foreign country. Count 11, no marking, undated document concerning military contingency planning of the United States. 12, count 12, secret, REL to USA, FVEY. And the FVEY is again where it's like it's limited to specifically who can see that document. Pages of undated document concerning projected regional military capabilities of a foreign country and the United States. Count 13, document marked top secret SITK, no foreign, undated document concerning military capabilities of a foreign country and the United States. 14, secret, ORCON, no foreign, document dated January 2020 concerning military options of a foreign country and potential effects on United States interests. 15, secret, ORCON, no foreign, document dated February 2020 concerning policies in a foreign country. Count 16, secret, ORCON, no foreign, document dated December 2019 concerning foreign country support of terrorist acts against the United States interests. Count 17, top secret, redacted, TK, ORCON, IMCON, no foreign, document dated January 2020 concerning military capabilities of a foreign country. Count 18, secret, no foreign, document dated March 2020 concerning military operations against United States forces and others. Count 19, secret, formally restricted data, undated document concerning nuclear weaponry of the United States. Count 20, top secret, redacted, ORCON, no foreign, undated document concerning timeline and details of attack in a foreign country. 21, secret, no foreign, undated document concerning military capabilities of foreign countries. Count 22, top secret, redacted, ARSEN, ORCON, no foreign, document dated August 2019 concerning regional military activity of a foreign country. Count 23, top secret, special handling, document dated August 30th, 2019, concerning White House intelligence briefing related to various foreign countries with handwritten annotation in black marker. Count 24, top secret, HCS-P/SI, ORCON-US Gov, no foreign, undated document concerning military activity of a foreign country. Count 25, top secret, HCS-P/SI, ORCON-US Gov, no foreign, document dated October 24th, 2019, concerning military activity of foreign countries and the United States. Count 26, top secret, redacted, ORCON, no foreign, FISA, document dated November 7th, 2019, concerning military activity of foreign countries and the United States. Count 27, top secret, SITK, no foreign, document dated November 29th, concerning military activity of foreign countries. 28, top secret, special handling, document dated October 18th, 2019, concerning White House intelligence briefing related to various foreign countries. 29, Count 29, top secret, redacted, SITK or con, no foreign, document dated October 18th, 2019, concerning military capabilities of a foreign country. Count 30, top secret, redacted, Orcon, no foreign, FISA, document dated October 15th, 2019, concerning military activity in a foreign country. 31, top secret, SITK, no foreign, document dated February 17, 2017, concerning military activity of a foreign country. Count 32, conspiracy to obstruct justice. From on or about May 11th, 2022 through in or around August 2022, in Palm Beach County, in the Southern District of Florida, and elsewhere, the defendants, Donald J. Trump and Waltine Nauta, did knowingly combine, conspire, confederate, and agree with each other and with others known and unknown to the grand jury to engage in misleading conduct toward another person and corruptly persuade another person to withhold a record, document, and or other object from an official proceeding in violation of 18 U.S.C. Section 1512 B2A, and to corruptly conceal a record, document, and other object from an official proceeding in violation of 18 U.S.C. Section 1512 C1. The purpose of the conspiracy. The purpose of the conspiracy was for Trump to keep classified documents he had taken with him from the White House and to hide and conceal them from a federal grand jury. The manner and means by which the defendant sought to accomplish the objects and purpose of the conspiracy included, among other things, the following: suggesting that Trump Attorney 1 falsely represent to the FBI and grand jury that Trump did not have documents called for by the May 11th subpoena, moving boxes of documents to conceal them from Trump Attorney 1, the FBI, and the grand jury, suggesting that Trump Attorney 1 hide or destroy documents called for by the May 11th subpoena, providing to the FBI and grand jury just some of the documents called for by the May 11th subpoena, while Trump claimed he was cooperating fully, causing a false certification to be submitted to the FBI and grand jury representing that all documents with classification markings had been produced when in fact they had not, and making false and misleading statements to the FBI. So, in layman's terms, Donald Trump and his personal aide, Count 32, is their conspiracy to obstruct justice in basically keeping documents that they weren't supposed to keep, lying about documents that they had, and making false statements and the false certification by Trump's counsel that said, hey, we gave you all the docs. Count 33, withholding a document or record. Donald J. Trump and Waltine Nauta did knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person, and knowingly corruptly persuade and attempt to persuade another person with intent to cause and induce any person to withhold a record, document, and other document from an official proceeding. That is, Trump attempted to persuade Trump Attorney 1 to hide and conceal documents from a federal grand jury, and Trump and Nauta misled Trump Attorney 1 by moving boxes that contained documents with classification markings so that Trump Attorney 1 would not find the documents and produce them to a federal grand jury. Count 34, corruptly concealing a document or record. And so this is the same thing where it's saying that Trump and Nauta hid and concealed boxes that contained documents with classification markings from Trump Attorney 1 so that Trump Attorney 1 would not find the documents and produce them to a federal grand jury. Count 35, concealing document in a federal investigation. So this is it's basically the same thing. And you can have where, it's one action or one series of the same type of actions, and it breaks a bunch of laws. So this is here where, we're looking in the middle. During a federal criminal investigation being conducted by the FBI, Trump and Nauta hid, concealed, and covered up from the FBI Trump's continued possession of documents with classification markings at the Mar-a-Lago Club, and Trump caused a false certification to be submitted to the FBI. Count 36, scheme to conceal. It's the same thing. It's about knowingly and willfully falsify, conceal, and cover up by any trick, scheme, and device a material fact that is during a federal grand jury investigation and federal criminal investigation being conducted by the FBI, Trump and Nauta hid and concealed from the grand jury and the FBI Trump's continued possession of documents with classification markings. False statements and representations, count 37. So this is against Donald Trump alone. And it's during the federal grand jury investigation and the federal criminal investigation being conducted by the FBI. Trump caused the following false statements and representations to be made to the grand jury and the FBI in a sworn certification executed by Trump Attorney 3. A diligent search was conducted of the boxes that were moved from the White House to Florida. B, the search was conducted after receipt of the subpoena in order to locate any and all documents that are responsive to the subpoena. And C, any and all responsive documents accompany the certification. The statements and representations set forth were false. Trump knew they were false because Trump directed that boxes be removed from the storage room before Trump Attorney 1 conducted the search for the documents. And let's see, count 38, false statements and representations. So this is against Walter Nauta. And Trump liked these boxes and see where they could have been kept and stored. And just basically where he was just like, when he was being questioned, he was just like, I don't know, when he knew. And the underscored statements and representations were false. Yeah, because he did in fact know that the boxes in Pine Hall had come from the storage room, as Nauta himself, with the assistance of Trump employee 2, had moved the boxes from the storage room to Pine Hall, and Nauta had observed the boxes in and moved them to various locations at the Mar-a-Lago Club. So as of right now, it's 3:00 Eastern. So we are waiting for the what is he called? The special prosecutor. I know what I'm talking about. We're waiting for the special prosecutor who is supposed to be making a statement. And once the special prosecutor comes in, we will watch that live together. And my mouth is so dry. So it appears that from the counts that it has to do with being in possession of the documents with these highly classified markings. And I'm keeping an eye on the TV to see when the special prosecutor comes up. And willfully retaining them, lying about keeping them, conspiring to keep them. It doesn't look like there's anything yet. I mean, it has in the introduction where it talks about somewhat disseminating the information, but not like, hey, this document was about this country and here's the specific info. So it doesn't look like that happened, which is great. I'm very happy to, I mean, like, I am happy to find out that a former president did not disseminate any information. I am still live, Sam. How are you? I did a live that was just an intro, and then I stopped because at time the indictment was still sealed. what's it called? And right after I stopped, it was, oh, indictment unsealed. So I have hopped back on. We read through the actual indictment, like 95% of it. And right now we are waiting for the special prosecutor who is supposed to be making a statement. And as soon as we see that, we are going to go live to that and we will watch it together. And then, yeah, and then we'll talk about it. So it looks like the counts that there are 37, 38 counts. And it has to do with willfully retaining classified documents, conspiring to keep them, making false statements to the FBI and the grand jury in the form of the certification. And, so it's I really don't see this going to trial because it's documents. And there isn't anything that I saw that was the president or the former president selling information to a foreign country, or anything like that. Showing classified information to a foreign entity. There's certainly background in the introduction where he played fast and loose with some highly classified information. So that's not cool. And yes, the different sections, and I'll do a post that specifically goes through the different sections. And to see maybe like what the actual penalties are. Oh, here we go.
The grand jury of citizens in the Southern District of Florida. And I invite everyone to read it in full, to understand the scope and the gravity of the crimes charged. The men and women of the United States intelligence community and our armed forces dedicate their lives to protecting our nation and its people. Our laws that protect national defense information are critical to the safety and security of the United States, and they must be enforced. Violations of those laws put our country at risk. Adherence to the rule of law is a bedrock principle of the Department of Justice, and our nation's commitment to the rule of law sets an example for the world. We have one set of laws in this country, and they apply to everyone. Applying those laws, collecting facts, that's what determines the outcome of an investigation. Nothing more and nothing less. The prosecutors in my office are among the most talented and experienced in the Department of Justice. They have investigated this case hewing to the highest ethical standards, and they will continue to do so as this case proceeds. It's very important for me to note that the defendants in this case must be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law. To that end, My office will seek a speedy trial in this matter, consistent with the public interest and the rights of the accused. We very much look forward to presenting our case to a jury of citizens in the Southern District of Florida. In conclusion, I would like to thank the dedicated public servants of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, with whom my office is conducting this investigation and who work tirelessly every day upholding the rule of law in our country. I'm deeply proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with them. Thank you very much.
Why Florida, sir? Why did you decide to bring the case in Florida?
Jack's not going to talk. I don't even know why you
Jack
tried
Smith,
it.
I did hear a reporter say why.
And that's a silly question, reporter. Why did you bring it in South Florida? Because that's where Mar-a-Lago is. It's called venue. So that was Special Prosecutor Jack Smith, just very briefly sticking to the facts, and then thanking the team. It should be noted that Jack Smith is not a presidential appointee where, the Attorney General, Merrick Garland, is appointed. The Deputy Attorney General is appointed by the president. The special he's rank and file. So it's not, where he's a Biden appointee or a Trump appointee or an Obama or whoever. He works for DOJ. Like it's, it's not political. And I know that there are people that would argue that, and you're allowed to feel how you want to feel. It's perfectly fine. You're human. You're allowed to feel things. But feeling things doesn't make them actually true. So people can say that it's a witch hunt. You can say that it's, election interference. You can say that it's politically motivated. That doesn't make any of those things true. It's my hope that Trump just closes his mouth between now and the resolution of this case. That he just closes his mouth, lets his attorneys do their thing. Because I'm sure they're going to work out some type of settlement, and and we'll go from there. I mean, retaining the documents, willfully retaining them, handling them, being irresponsible with them, and where people without clearance saw them or had access to them. It's not a good look. At the end of the day, it's also not the end of the world. It's not where Trump sold these to Russia. So I think we can all just slow our roll and see how this is going to work out. Work out a settlement and be done with it. That's the quickest thing. And move on. So that is the reading of the indictment and the statement by the special prosecutor. If anyone has any questions on any of the material that was read or just about the issue in general, feel free to put it in the comments, because I will see that, and we can come back and revisit it. I'm sure that this is going to go on for more than today. So I thank everybody that jumped in live or watches this on the replay. Your support of the podcast is greatly appreciated. I don't know if I don't think I'm gonna be back on today. I've had a little I've had enough of the internet, I think, for today. So unless something comes up over the weekend, I don't know. So other than that, I can say see you next Tuesday for our regular weekly episode, our main topic episode. Thanks everyone for watching and listening and supporting. If you're interested in joining the community or interested in any merch, there are links in the description. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate you. Have a great weekend, and I will see you later.